Texans. So here's Ka'imi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Ka'imi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken in the end zone.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. lovers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run.
And, Coach, we are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Play. It's a party now. This is ready.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Right back to him on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Ready, break. 55. 3 bud.
Now on 2nd and 13, Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
You're out. Double up. He's coming, double up. Let's go.
From the gun, Vick. Open man is Michael Thomas. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1, and they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002, but you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On the
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Throwing, Vick. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Watson on first down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Here we go, here we go. 70 inches. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch it out. Ready, go.
On third down, Vick. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Vick. Well, this is caught by Gill. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Vic to throw it. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Eli Harrell drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's go. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
From the 44, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Texans 1st down.
This is it. 19. 26. Hey, here we go. Watch this. 31. 25. 24 down. He's coming. Check 24. 124.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson. He's going to float this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Check out. Check 25. Watch twins. Check. Crunch. 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 Check 25. Slam. Slam.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Check 49. Check 49. Kill. Alert. Kill.
Here's Muhammad. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
That throw by Vick, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Not today, you are. Not today. He's 61. Matchbox, right. Kill. Damn. Turn it up. Watch twitch.
Throwing again. Vick. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That's good for the Saints.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Got it. Mark, got 55. Let's go. 2 times. 40. That happened.
Vick, option right.
Watch 8-9, short.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Dude, we can't be stopped. You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. After the interception, here's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On first down, it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down, Texans.
Here we go. Check.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
26. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
On 2nd and 12, Watson trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 70 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one will give him the lead here as we approach halftime.
That's the score, Saints 7, Texans 6.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey,
there goes Duke Johnson. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, 79 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
154. 155. 131.
Check 24. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. So we're at halftime in the first of two here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On first and 10, Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Saints, first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
17-yard line.
Pittsburgh. Alert 3, alert 3. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third.
14,
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's High, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
3 buds.
To throw, Vick. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
To throw on 3rd down, Vick. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. It's just me.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. P.J. Williams with a pick. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Vick now. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check 55. Check 55. Let's go. Let's go.
Vick readies to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Motion. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be, 38 yards out. And it's no good. Lutz pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. From the 31, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings. All right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
A great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard there on the keeper with a 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Screenplay, Johnson. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
47, check, 47. I got you, pop.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Much 56. Much 56. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Watson now to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time.
And the Texans.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All day, every day, any day. Hell, alert. 56, the move. Check 56. I got it.
He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Here we go. Mike's 47.
He's back to throw. That's Stills bringing it in. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
56. Mike's 56. Watch the slants. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 56 to Mike. boys. 56. Check 56. And 54. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So this one a victory here for New Orleans.